Hey y'all, it's Kelly Clarkson with Wayfair, where delivery and setup are as easy as a few taps on your phone. Picture this. You're relaxing in an old hammock, scrolling Wayfair's app when you spot it. A brand new patio set. Next thing you know, Wayfair delivers it right to your patio and sets it up. Oh, you need a new grill too? All right, Wayfair's got you covered. With Wayfair's room of choice delivery and fast expert setup on qualifying orders, life gets a little easier. Visit wayfair.com or the Wayfair app.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Why should you focus your life and your business on things you truly care about? Stay tuned and find out.
Welcome.
Okay, here's the question.
You serious?
How are we dark horses? You know, the ones everyone is betting against, the ones they don't expect to win, place, or even show on the track, and they'll even laugh on us when we talk about trying. How do we show the world our greatness and triumph?
Come on.
Well, that's the question, and this podcast will give you the answers.
Let's go.
This is The Dark Horse Entrepreneur. My name is Tracy Brinkman.
And push it out.
What is up? What is up, my Dark Horse friends and family? Welcome back to your daily dose of passionate, caring learning. I'm your Dark Horse host, Tracy Brinkman, and you, well, that, my friend, is infinitely more important. You are a driven entrepreneur or one in the making. Either way, you're here because you're ready to start, restart, kickstart, or just start leveling up with some great marketing, personal, or business tips and results in order to build that beautiful business of yours into the empire it absolutely deserves to be. That's why I'm here hitting you with yet another daily success episode coming to you straight from the Dark Horse HQ as we dive deep into success with actionable advice, tips, and steps designed to help you level up your game, because as we already know, yeah, that's right, there are no shortcuts to success except for taking those little steps towards your goal every single day. Now, you're getting value from this podcast, I hope. I know I got an email just this morning, probably about a half hour ago on LinkedIn from a professor. Was it a professor or a PhD? Anyway, somebody in high scholastic standings was saying that she had been listening and inspired to start her own podcast and get out there and put herself out there, which is awesome. That's why I'm here, is to try and drive value to change someone's life 1 degree. Actually, I'm not changing. I'm inspiring them to make the change themselves. So if you're getting the value and you want to keep getting these daily success tips and the awesome interviews I'm able to bring to you, then please go on down there, hit that subscribe button. While you're there, yeah, that's right. Leave us a 5-star rating. Drop us some kind words in the reviews. Those subscribes, ratings, and reviews tell those podcast platforms that, hey, we like this guy. Lift him up a little bit in the rankings so that we can reach more driven entrepreneurs just like yourself. So if you're getting that value, take a moment, show the love, and help us spread the word. I definitely appreciate you. All right, so yesterday we talked about challenging yourself, right? Stretching your boundaries just a little bit, leaning into that uncomfort zone so that you can grow your sphere of influence, grow yourself, grow your business, grow your relationships, and then challenge yourself to put it out there in the market. I think one of the things I forgot to mention, and I did mention it, but it was all about, you know, that learning piece, right? And I think one of the cool things about learning, whether it's reading books or listening to podcasts or, you know, taking courses, is that you get new ideas. Even if you get one new idea, the book, the course, the podcast was worth it, because it just takes that one idea added to your core base of current knowledge to spark another idea. I mean, haven't you ever been a part of a brainstorming session where Jane says, hey, what about this? And John says, no, what about that? And you say, no, what about this version of what you just said? And, you know, and it's these new ideas pivoting off of each other, bouncing off of each other, combining, mixing, meshing, melding, that really create something that wasn't there before. I can remember being back in Coca-Cola and sitting in any number of brainstorming sessions, and, you know, we would all come in with our ideas, and we'd, you know, you put them up there without judgment. You just say, all right, Jane, here's your ideas. John, here's your ideas. And you put them up there. And what happens is, as I'm listening to Jane's ideas and I'm listening to John's ideas and they put up my ideas, we all get whole new sets of ideas. It's like something new came out. You're like, I would have never thought of that by myself. That's another great thing about the learning piece of it. All right. So I wanted to chat to you today about doing work or creating a business that you truly care or are passionate about. Because here's the deal, right? Let's be clear. Right? Running a business, let alone starting one, it takes some effort, takes some time. You think about it, all those overnight successes you've ever heard of, yeah, they took 10 years. They took multiple years to get going. When you start hearing the interviews of these people that are quote unquote overnight successes, you hear about all their failures, right? The Russell Brunsons who've been doing this thing for 10, 15 years. I remember Russell Brunson back in I believe it was the early 2000s, was part of a couple of his programs. So he's been grinding away, hugely successful now, and more power to him, but he's been grinding away. So please note, right? The only way to be satisfied with your life is to do something you truly believe in, something you're truly passionate about. Because here's what's going to happen. You're going to hit a wall. Bam! Right? So the question becomes, are you going to be motivated enough when that wall, not if, when that wall comes, when you stumble, you trip, you fall, you faceplant, are you going to be ready or motivated enough, passionate enough about what it is you're doing to stand up, dust yourself off and take that next step? Right? Maybe it's stand up, put some ice on the black eye from the face plant and move yourself forward. Because sometimes those trips, those stumbles, those bumbles, those falls, those face plants, they hurt, right? They hurt emotionally. So they could hurt physically. They can hurt financially, right? So here's the thing. If you're not doing work that you truly believe in and are passionate about, if you're not doing that right now, I think you need to start to transition to work you believe in, right? Start your own little side hustle. Dip your toe in the water, then your foot, then your leg. And when you got it to a point where you're like, yeah, this is what I want to do full time, and you're ready to make that transition, then you dive right in, my friend. And one of the things I hear when I talk to folks when it comes to starting something as a side hustle is, gosh, we've all heard of that red ocean, blue ocean. The red ocean is there's lots of competition out there. So the ocean is red with blood, where the blue ocean is this is untouched areas, and everyone's looking for that blue ocean. Here's the thing about red oceans. There is more than enough opportunity for all of us. So, for instance, if you're talking about creating a service for a small business, and say you're starting something that, there's a bunch of other folks already doing, like digital marketing. There's lots of that going on out there. You see a lot of people say, hey, let's do digital marketing. And you're like, my God, there's so many people out there. Well, that's okay. Maybe you're a little bit better. Maybe you have a little different angle. But here's where I was going with this. About, if I remember it correctly, about 540,000 small businesses start each month. It's like 6.5 million a year. That's 18,000 a day. Wait a minute. All right. So if there are all these people out there doing digital marketing, do you think they could all scoop up that 18,000 new businesses each day? Yeah, I don't think so, right? And maybe you're focusing on a very specific niche, so it's a part of that 18,000. Maybe it's, a couple hundred of that 18,000. You're focusing on yoga moms. I don't know what it is, people that like to bicycle. I don't know, small businesses that serve pizza. Right? That's your niche, and you're going to focus in on them because that's what you're passionate about. Maybe you're passionate about social media and pizza. There he is, right there. That's what I'm going to focus on. But again, what I was coming to is that, yeah, it's a red ocean in the digital marketing arena in this example. But again, with 500,000 businesses starting each month, 18,000 a day, I think there's a little corner that you could carve out in your area of passion because, here's the thing. You got to get out there and try because, my friend, there ain't no guarantees in life. And yeah, I said ain't no. There are not any guarantees. If you're going to have to carve out your own space in this world, right? Yeah, you can keep your job. You can go get a job that just over broke, and that's fine. That's right. You can help someone else carve out their dream, or you can get up, take that step and start carving out your own dream via your own passions, via the things you care about and you know you're good at. So step into your power, right? Just think about it. Sit back and go, all right, here are the things I'm good at. Here are the things I'm really passionate about. And here's how I could blend those things together to create this cool little business. I know a couple of folks that are very passionate about special needs children, and they're starting a business about helping parents of special needs children, helping them teach them some of the parenting skills and life skills that come along with having that kind of person, being lucky enough to have that kind of person in your world. It takes a special person to, maybe not a special person, a special skill set, a modified skill set to nurture and educate and have this kind of person be a part of your family, right? I think it's like anything else. Whenever you have somebody, say, I don't know, super intelligent, somebody that is a little unique in their perspective of the world, it takes a certain set of skills to open your heart, open your mind, hear them for who they are, right? And they're trying to teach these parents about that skill set, which I think is really super cool. They're super passionate about it, and I think they're going to be very successful in this arena. So what I'm trying to say is, at the end of the day, is where do you have a special skill set? Or if you don't think it's a special skill set, where do you want to develop that special skill set? Now you can take people on that journey along with you. All right. You've heard me mention this before, that you don't need to be way out in front of someone. You just need to be 1 or 2 steps ahead of them. And then you can teach them what you've learned in those 1 or 2 steps as you keep learning, you keep teaching them or keep providing them that next level of service. All right, my dark horse friends and family. Tomorrow we're going to talk a little about taking that risk, right? All right, so you've dipped your toe in, dipped your foot in, maybe even you've dipped your whole leg in. Now you're ready to dive in head first. There's risk involved in that, right? All right, now I know you want to keep getting these daily success tips. And so like I mentioned earlier, please go on down there and hit that subscribe button. While you're there, please leave us a 5-star rating and some kind words in the reviews. Again, these subscribes, ratings, and reviews tell those podcast platforms that you are getting that value, so they lift us up a little bit up on the rankings so that we can reach more driven entrepreneurs just like yourself. So if you're getting that value, please, and I know you are, right? That's right. I can feel you shaking your head. Please take a moment, show the love, and help spread the word. Then, they say don't do multiple calls to actions. I'm going to anyway. Then come over and join us in the Facebook group. Go to facebook.com, put Dark Horse Tribe in that search bar up there, and you should see us right there at the top. Come in and hang out with myself and a number of other, it's a growing number of driven entrepreneurs just like yourself. Ask questions, share your knowledge, and I also drop lots of great, valuable content in there, in addition to what you hear here on the podcast. If for some reason you can't find us that way, go to your favorite web browser, type darkhorseschooling.com/Dark Horse Tribe, all one word. That will definitely take you right there. I look forward to meeting you in the group. All right, you get out there, you run your race, you get your results. Come on in the Facebook group. Let me celebrate with you because I want to hear about them. Until tomorrow, think successfully and take action.
Thank you for listening to the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
And you know this!
Thanks for tuning in.
Check us out at www.darkhorseschooling.com.
All right.
My name is Tracy Brinkman.